I'm at Idlewild Park here today and wanted to play this course again. I played it yesterday and wanted to record each shot and see how I did. This is hole one, sawed off a cap wrap there. Not a great shot. Down, short, into the right, makeable jump putt. And man, it'd be nice to make this, hole one, but I don't. Actually, pretty poor effort. That's a bummer. If you're going to score well, at least for me, I need to play that hole well, and I did not. Here's hole two, Star Wraith. Man, throw this about as well as I could. Hit a tree. So disappointing. That was such a good shot. So now I have to throw a backhand upshot, which is not my favorite. I think this is a shark. Maybe it's a putter. I can't remember. Throw it really good. Hits a tree. Maybe the tree helped. It's hard to tell. Now I've got a tester putt for par. Have not been putting well. And I've decided today, on any short putt, I'm not going to stand over this very long. I'm not going to practice. I'm just going to walk up. I'm going to putt it with pace. And I'm going to trust my putt. So here it goes. Woo! Snuck it in. Not the best putt, but you know what? It deserved to go in. So that felt good. On to the next hole. I'm throwing a new Champion Thunderbird. And, man, throw that pretty good. Pretty good. I'll take that drive every time. This is a tough, tight hole. Unfortunately, my jump putt here, I'm obstructed by some thorn bushes and some smaller trees. And I've got to do my best to get something up there. Make a pretty good effort. Just a little bit short, but I'll take that. Tap in for par. I've got to throw a backhand mid-range shot on this. Uphill. Not my favorite shot. Throw my shark. A little nose up, but pretty good. Pretty good. Left side of the fairway. Tough little shot. Hard to know which disc to throw. I'm throwing this MVP disc. I think it's called an Octane. I just want to flex it up there. Throw it just about perfect. And it gets this helpful little roll at the end. And so now I have a pretty makeable birdie putt on a hole that is hard for me to birdie. So here I go. I'm thinking just get up there and putt it. Trust the putt, Tim. Trust it. Trust it. And I did. And it went in. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice when putts go in? That's a fun thing. Now this hole, I have a crowd watching me. I'm a little nervous here, but I'm throwing my Star Wraith. And actually throw a really good line. Just throw it low. I need about 3 more feet of height on that. And it would have been perfect. Gets a nice skip up there, though. Uphill, jump putt. Thinking I can give this a run. I could make this. Let's do that. Just a little bit to the right. Not a bad putt. I'll take it. This hole is extremely hard to get something at the basket. It goes hard into the right. I'm trying to hyzer this cap wrap and hit the gap. I hit the gap. Not enough hyzer. And it just hits a tree out there. Pretty far from the basket. I don't know. 100 feet maybe. I've got this buzz that I'm going to try to just kind of flick up there and slide up to the basket. Kind of a tough shot, but throw it just about perfect. You can't see it very well in here, but it skids up right next to the basket, and I have this nice, easy tap-in putt here, which I make. So doing pretty good here. I think, what am I, 1 down now? To this par 5. This has been my nemesis. You just gotta hit the gap is all you gotta do. And I hit the gap, but I hit a tree as well. There's trees in the fairway, and I get a bad kick. Bummer. I'm thinking, okay, don't do too much with this. Just try to advance it up the fairway. And I throw it, and I yank it. I was worried about hitting the tree in front of me. So now I'm on the left side of the fairway. Got about the same type of shot. I'm thinking just advance it up the fairway. And this time, I execute this shot much better. Goes up there a good ways. Gets actually a little helpful kick. But I'm in a spot where there's just no good shot at the basket. Backhand, flick, nothing. There's nothing that I think I can get to the basket to get my par putt. And so I'm doing a tomahawk. I'm thinking I'm going to tomahawk this up. It's going to land. It's going to skid to the right of the basket. And that's what it does. It skids a little bit farther to the right than I had hoped. But I've got a par putt. And par on this hole is good for Tim Briggs here. And so again, I'm just thinking, just putt it. Putt it with pace, trust it, and that goes in. That feels good. Par on that hole feels really good. And now here's this fun shot over the water. And you're thinking, man, this would be fun to ace. I've got a putter here. I think this is a Warden. Throw it a little high, and there is a pretty stiff wind today, right to left. And so you can see that takes it to the left. Basket high, a little bit farther. And now I'm putting into the wind. You can see the chains moving here. You don't get a lot of wind in Charlotte Woods Golf. I'm thinking, this is a tough putt. I hope I make it. And I do. That was a really good putt. Doesn't look like it's a tough putt, but that was. Wind in my face, about circle's edge, and I make it. So here I am with this new Champion Thunderbird. I'm thinking about hitting this gap. It's going to fade up to the right. Hopefully get on that platform, and I hit the gap. But boy, do I put too much air on that, and it's pretty stable. Yep. And it's going for a swim. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer. So drop zone putt, pitch it up there, and tap in my bogey, and I've lost a disc. That's a real bummer. Back to 1 under. Playing this hole here. I almost aced this hole yesterday. Throwing my Octane. Not a great angle there. Too much Anheuser. And it's down to the left. Tough putt. These trees, I can tell it's going to be hard to get through. It's going to be easy to hit one of these trees. So I'm just trying to think about hitting the gap and hopefully getting it close to the basket. And that's what I do. It's parked. Tap in for the par. Move on to this hole. This is such a tight tunnel shot. I think I'm throwing the Felon. And I think it hit 4 trees. Blink goes through there. Spits it out in the fairway. I'll take it. I will take it. Backhand upshot. Again, working on these. I think this is my Warden, and I don't throw a good shot. Short left. Bummer. Going to have a lot of work to do here for a par. I get in here and can't do my normal wide stance. So I'm a little bit more upright. But I'm thinking, I can get something here. I could make this. I could make this. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, what? Man, that was a good putt. I feel good about that putt. I missed it, but I feel good. Here I am. This hole goes hard into the right. I got a cap wrap. I throw a really good shot. Really good angle on that shot. Had some pace on it. Got me to the hill. Probably the best shot I've ever had in this hole. I've got a birdie putt. This is makeable. I could make this. I'm feeling actually pretty good about this putt. Feeling pretty good. Lined it up. Make a good effort. Ugh. Just a little too floaty. Right on the money. A little too floaty. So moving on. This is a hole I almost aced yesterday, and this is just a bad shot. Babied this too much. Too much air. Just a bad shot. It's short and right. Not a good effort, and I've got no putt. You don't want to run this long, so I just pitch it up there, and it slides up perfectly underneath the basket for a tap-in par. Am I still 1 under at this point? I can't remember. I think I'm even. I'm throwing this obvious backhand hole, but I like throwing the forehand. And actually, that was not a bad shot. It flipped up a little too much and hit a tree. So I would have liked to have been up there another 60 feet. But again, got a jump putt. I can get it there. It's makeable. But spoiler alert, I do not make this. But it is parked underneath the basket. I will take my par. And again, I believe I'm even on the round so far. This is a tough hole. This gap is so tight. And I'm going to throw a tomahawk. Just what I feel best about getting through that gap. And I get through the gap. I think this is hard to see. Couldn't tell exactly where it went when it landed, but it's down there. And when I get there, I'm like, oh, wow, okay, not bad. This is a circle 2 putt, unobstructed. I will take this every time in this hole. I could make this. I feel good about this putt. Man, I feel good. And I'm going to putt it here halfway there. It's like, that's in. That's in. Oh, man, it's not in. Bummer. That felt really good. That was a good effort. About another 2 inches. And that was in. This is another hole. It's an obvious backhand hole. But again, I'm a forehand player. I feel pretty good. I think I'm throwing the felon here. Throw a pretty good shot. A little bit low. A little bit too much anhyzer, but a pretty good shot. Good line. Hits the gap. I get up there. Wind is blowing hard on this. I've got a tailwind. Again, not used to putting in a lot of wind in Charlotte. But again, another makeable circle 2 putt. And I'm thinking wind's going to knock it down, but it's going to carry it too. And so I did not put enough on that. I thought the wind would take it more than it did, but it did not. So I'm going to 17 and 18. I'm thinking, boy, it'd be nice to finish under par. This is a tough hole. I cannot figure out how to get a disc to go straight and then a right-hand turn 90 degrees. There's so many trees down there. I threw a cap wrap. Not bad. A little too much pace. Not flat enough. And I'm in a horrible spot here. I'm really on the edge of the fairway. But with these trees, I don't know what to do here. I can go in between these two. I can go in the second gap. I can go far right. There are shots there. None of them are very good. And so when in doubt, tomahawk. That's what I say. It's just what I felt like I could get down the fairway into the best position to get my par. I gotta go in between these two trees. There's about a 3-foot gap, and I hit it. And it goes down left-hand side, and it skips up there. I will take it. I'll take it. This is a tough shot. Forehand, backhand, not a lot to work with. A whole bunch of small little gaps. So again, when in doubt, tomahawk. I know I can throw this and just slide it up there, and I throw it. Perfect. You can see it. It just slid right up 3 feet from the basket. Could not have thrown that any better. The tomahawk has been kind to me today, and so now I'm at 18, and I'm thinking, oh, this is one of my favorite shots on the course. I can birdie this. Just don't yank this, Tim. Whatever you do, don't yank this, man. Keep it right. Get it down the fairway. Keep it right, Tim. And I do. I do. Man, I threw a great line. Get a big old skip up there. That's a great shot. I mean, based on where it landed, it had to come really close to the basket. But a little bit farther putt than I want for birdie to finish under par on my round. And I'm thinking, don't mess this up, Tim, but don't think about this too much. Just step up and putt it, man. Trust your putt. Trust your pace. Put it in the basket. And I do. Not a great putt, but you know what? It deserved to go in. Gets a lot of chains. Boom shakalaka. Thanks for joining me. That was a ton of fun.